In this series of tragic incidents, lives were forever altered by the consequences of impaired driving. From devastating collisions to heart-wrenching courtroom testimonies, each case explores the profound impact of individuals' choices on unsuspecting victims. Grace Coleman's case. In the quiet streets of Newport Beach, tragedy struck on a December night in 2020. Grace Coleman's alleged drunk driving turned a family's joyful outing into a heart-wrenching nightmare. Join us as we delve into the devastating consequences of impaired driving in this sobering tale. In December 2020, Newport Beach, California became the backdrop for a tragedy involving 27-year-old Grace Coleman.
Emotional hearing: a 23-year-old woman was sentenced after admitting to driving drunk in a deadly Newport Beach crash.
On what should have been a joyous night for Henry and Gabriella, a young couple taking their 3 daughters to see Christmas lights, their lives were shattered by a devastating collision.
That crash killed a Santa Ana couple and left their 3 young girls orphaned and hospitalized.
Coleman, intoxicated with a blood alcohol level 2.5 times the legal limit, crashed into the family's car at a red light. The parents lost their lives instantly, leaving the surviving children, aged 5, 4, and 1.5, to grapple with both physical injuries and emotional trauma.
Judge nearly brought to tears in an Orange County courtroom today. He listened as an orphan child described life without her parents. Then he sentenced the young woman who killed that couple in a DUI crash.
Charged with double murder, hit and run, and driving under the influence, Coleman faced the legal consequences of her reckless actions. The courtroom was a stage for raw emotions as family members expressed the profound loss caused by the untimely death of Henry and Gabriella. Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer filed severe charges, highlighting the devastating impact of driving under the influence.
How would you feel if somebody in that position died and was taken away from you suddenly?
The case stands as a somber reminder of how one individual's reckless choices can abruptly end innocent lives and forever alter the destinies of those left behind.
Andrade's mother spoke about the devastating loss of her daughter.
Un dolor que jamás podré superar.
It was the worst thing that I could have heard. A pain that I will never be able to overcome.
Javier Cortez's case. Moving our focus to Denver in September 2018, another life was lost due to the reckless choices of Javier Cortez. As we explore the events leading to this fatal crash, we confront the broader issues surrounding drunk driving and the lives forever altered by one individual's ill-fated decisions.
Police say the driver of the black sedan, Javier Artemio Cortez, was under the influence of alcohol at the time, and further investigation revealed he was at fault.
In September 2018, the city of Denver witnessed another tragic incident involving drinking and driving, resulting in the loss of a young life. The central figure in this case was 47-year-old Todd Krasinski, who, after a night of heavy drinking, made a series of decisions that would culminate in a devastating crash. On this fateful morning, Todd Krasinski, wearing his Green Bay Packers jersey, indulged in a mix of football and alcohol at various bars. By 12:39 p.m., Krasinski had consumed a staggering 16 drinks, a clear indication of his severe intoxication. Despite his evident state, bartenders failed to intervene or prevent him from leaving the establishments. At the same time, 25-year-old Angela Wimmer was driving her new Mazda home from church, unaware of the imminent tragedy. When she stopped at a red light on Kopax and Kipling, Krasinski, driving at 60 miles per hour, slammed into her vehicle. The impact sent Wimmer's car sliding at 44 miles per hour, colliding with 3 other vehicles. Tragically, Angela Wimmer did not survive the collision. Her family, devastated by the sudden loss, shared the profound impact it had on their lives. The emotional toll was palpable, with the pain of losing a loved one to such a preventable incident. However, the injustice extended beyond the tragedy itself. Krasinski, with a history of 6 prior DUIs over 2 decades, had repeatedly faced legal consequences for driving under the influence. This raised questions about the effectiveness of the judicial system in preventing recidivism and protecting innocent lives. During his trial, Krasinski received a life sentence in prison. In a rare display of remorse, he apologized to the Wimmer family, acknowledging the gravity of his actions.
It's apologizing to the Wimmer family. I am so remorseful and so sorry that I did what I did.
Nevertheless, the case highlighted the need for stricter measures and interventions to prevent individuals with a history of DUI offenses from endangering others on the road. Ultimately, the Angela Wimmer case underscored the devastating consequences of impaired driving and the systemic failures that allowed a repeat offender to continue driving under the influence, resulting in the loss of a promising young life.
The policeman said that she had been in a car accident and that she was in surgery and she was having brain surgery.
Tanner Dashner's case. On a fateful night after Thanksgiving in 2018, Tanner Dashner's excessive drinking at On the Edge Tavern set the stage for a horrific collision. Join us as we unravel the tragic events that unfolded, claiming multiple lives and exposing the grave consequences of serving alcohol irresponsibly. In November 2018, tragedy struck in Denver when Tanner Dashner, a 21-year-old drunk driver, caused a horrific crash, claiming the lives of Keaton Tillett, Anthony Victor, Darian Douglas, Alexis Cheney, and Anthony Martin. The incident unfolded after Dashner spent a night drinking heavily at the On the Edge Tavern. The lawsuits filed later revealed that the On the Edge Bar and Grill and its staff were accused of over-serving Dashner, allowing him to leave the establishment while intoxicated and even permitting him to take alcohol with him. This highlighted a potential failure on the part of the bar and its employees to intervene and prevent a clearly impaired individual from getting behind the wheel. On the night of the crash, Dashner, driving under the influence with a blood alcohol level 3 times the legal limit, was speeding down South 25th Street. His recklessness resulted in a collision with a Dodge truck carrying 5 people, propelling it into a BMW. The force of the impact caused a gas tank explosion, engulfing the vehicle in flames. Miraculously, one survivor emerged from the wreckage, the lone survivor among the victims. The catastrophic incident left emotional scars on the families of the deceased and the survivor, who vividly recounted the trauma of that night. At the subsequent trial, Dashner faced multiple charges, including double murder, hit and run, and driving with a blood alcohol level significantly above the legal limit. He received a prison sentence of 72.5 years.
A Fort Pierce man was sentenced to 72 years in prison today for a fiery crash.
The case illuminated the devastating consequences of drunk driving and raised questions about the responsibility of establishments in preventing patrons from driving under the influence. It underscored the need for heightened vigilance within the hospitality industry to avoid contributing to tragic events like the one caused by Tanner Dashner.
To the family of Anthony Victor, I am sorry. I'm sorry that you'll never be able to see your son again.
This heart-wrenching case shed light on the devastating consequences of drunk driving, particularly during the holiday season, and raised awareness about the need for responsible choices to prevent such tragedies. It underscored the importance of accountability and the severe legal consequences that can follow reckless decisions leading to loss of life. Thanks for joining us on this journey through these impactful stories. If you found these narratives compelling, don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Stay informed, stay engaged, and together, let's build a safer world. Subscribe now.